What's up, everyone? It's Emilio with Quick Property Solutions. Today I am in Warren. I'm actually here. I got my camera in tow. Oh God, I'm trying to hold my keys, hold my camera. I'm walking a house today, busting out the old camera. I keep running out of space on my phone, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just going to bring my SLR camera, make it a lot easier. Let me put this around my neck. Anyways, I'm shooting this video because I want you guys to do a walkthrough with me. I've never been through this house. I haven't seen this house. It's actually a friend of mine who owns this house, and he's gonna be selling it. This house is super cute. Look at this house. Look how small it is. I think it's a 2-bedroom. He said the lock is opened. The lock is open. That doesn't make sense. The back door is opened. All right, so while we're walking into this house and we're checking this out, there's a beware dog sign. Hopefully, there should be no one here. It should be empty. One of the reasons. Oh, thought I heard something. This house should be empty. Hello. Okay, it's not dog. All right, cool. One of the reasons why I wanted to shoot this video today was I was talking to a wholesaler yesterday, and we were talking about joint ventures and understanding what joint ventures are. So joint ventures is when you have two wholesalers working together. So one of the things that I did to kind of put it in perspective is that if you have an agent, you have a listing agent and you have a buyer's agent. So with a listing agent, yeah, this house is open. With the listing agent, you see the house behind me here. With the listing agent, they're the ones that were able to get the listing agreement and the seller to agree their house. However, they can't find a buyer for the house. So what they do is they work with an agent that has a buyer that is looking for a house to buy. So usually the standard commission is 6%. So 3% goes to the listing agent and then 3% goes to the buyer's agent. It all goes based off of percentages based off the purchase price. And what happens is you guys work together to get the deal closed. So the seller sells their house to the listing agent, buyer sells their buyer's house to the buyer's agent. So it's the same way with wholesaling, just a little bit different, and the terminology is a little bit different. So wholesaling doesn't work based off of percentages. So if a house is 100 grand, the commissions are $6,000, 6%. So one agent gets 3,000, the other gets 3,000. It doesn't work that way with wholesaling, because wholesaling is based off an assignment fee. Assignment fee is not a percentage. It's not a commission. It's a fee. So let's say if you have a house and you got a really good deal on it as a wholesaler, and you do a joint venture with somebody, then you could potentially split the assignment fee. So let's say the assignment fee is $10,000. Well, you split the 10 50-50. Now, there's two caveats about that, is that not all joint ventures are the same. There's a 50-50 split, but that is not industry standard. Most of what I see is you add your fees on top. So if the person that has the deal is trying to sell the deal and he says it's 100K, his assignment is usually built in it. Let's say I got the property under contract. My assignment fee is 10,000. We got under contract for 90. So my exit price is 100K. So under contract price is 90, assignment fee is 10, exit price is 100K, and I send it out. And then another wholesaler says, hey, I have a buyer who's interested. Do you want to do a joint venture? Well, I don't want to split my 10K. I say, I don't want to make 5. I want to make the 10. So what I say is, yes, add your fees on top. So the other wholesaler will take their fees of whatever they want to make. Let's say they want to make 5 grand as well. They're going to send it to their buyer for $105,000. So it's under contract 90. My assignment fee is 10. My exit price is 100. The other wholesaler who is trying to find the buyer, he wants to add 5 on top. Now, the other wholesaler, they could add 1,000 on top, 2,000. I've seen somebody that took my own deal, send it back to me, and added 20 grand on top. They were trying to make 20 grand on top. Now, you know, there's no rules to it. You could add whatever you want. I mean, dude, if you could find somebody that'll pay 20 on top, good for you. That's actually happened to me before. I've only wanted like 5, and somebody found a buyer at like 15. And you know what? Good for them. I underpriced it. I got the 5 that I wanted, and they got 15, which is good for them. So some terminology. So if There's two wholesalers. There's acquisitions and dispositions. That's one wholesaler could do the same. So if you think about you as a business, your inventory are contracts. So you reach out to sellers and you try and get them to sign the contract, the purchase agreement contract. And now that you have the purchase agreement contract, you could assign it. So your job is to try and get inventory. So your job is to try and get purchase agreement contracts. Now that you have your inventory and you're trying to acquire the inventory, which is called the acquisitions, once they sign and you sign, you now have to dispose of your contract, which is also called disposition. So you're trying to dispose of it, which means you're trying to find a buyer for it. So you have acquisitions and you have dispositions. So with acquisitions, they're the ones that get it under contract with the seller. Dispositions are the ones that find the buyer, and that's pretty much it. So again, every joint venture is different. You could do a 50-50 split if you want. You could add your fees on top, which is usually the normal. So usually the normal thing that I see. And what's the other one? Oh, you could do a hybrid of 50-50. You could do 70-30, whatever. A lot of wholesalers, if you don't have that relationship with them, they're not going to tell you their assignment fee. So they're going to say, no, I want 100K. You guys don't know what my assignment fee is. Just send it out, add your fees on top, and then call it a day. Little hint, start building relationships with other wholesalers, because what you can start doing is once you start building rapport, this is what I usually do, is you got to add your fees on top. But if they prove to be a good wholesaler, and if they prove to at least, even if they can't find a buyer, if they just put forth the effort, they communicate with me, they put effort, you can see them trying to do showings, you see them trying to work. And what I do is I have a list of wholesalers that I like working with. Some of them I still haven't closed a deal with, but I try to. And I just did one with the other day, and I said, hey, you know what? Don't add your fees on top. Let's just do it 50-50. Split right down the middle. Find me a buyer. And the reason I do that is because I want to focus on acquisitions. I don't want to focus on dispositions. I could do both, but ideally what I want to do is I want to focus on acquisitions. So what happens is when I first started out, I was doing everything. I was doing the marketing. I was doing the acquisitions, doing the seller lead calls. I was doing the disposition, calling the buyers, talking to the buyers, doing the showings. What happens is if it's just you, you're going to get you're going to find what you're really good at. And what I found out that I was really good at, I actually found out I was really good at dispositions. But to be perfectly honest, like acquisitions, I'm pretty good with too. I'm not the pushiest of salesperson though. I'm pretty good on follow-up. That's a good strong suit of mine. So I can kind of do both. I will say this, if you're really good on acquisitions, like really good on the sales portion, you could do really well because you could get under contract for a super, super low price and you control the exit price, you know? So if you get a contract, let's say the house is worth 100 and you're really good at sales and you're really good at building the rapport with the seller and you get under contract for, let's say 30, I mean, you could have like a $30,000 or $20,000 or $30,000 assignment. And then what you do is when you send it out, your exit price, they add their fees on your exit price. And let's say they only add like $5,000 on top. Well, you're getting 30 while they're getting 5, you know. But if you think about it too, disposition works the same way. Here's a little hint. Not all acquisition wholesalers have a big buyers list. So you could have somebody with the sweetest contract, like it's a nice house, it's a good contract, but they don't have any buyers. So what happens is you see them marketing it and they have no buyers. So you see them keep marketing it and they haven't moved it. Well, what you could do is you could start to say, well, if they start to say add your fees on top, you could say, hey man, can we do 50-50 on this? If that person's contract's gonna run out, they're gonna be more motivated to just at least get rid of the contract. So they'd be willing to do 50-50. Another thing too is that if you see the exit price of the wholesaler, you could still put in an offer. I do that all the time. So if I see a house and they say, hey, the exit price is 100, I'll be like, dude, the best I could do is 80. That's the best I could do. And then they'll say, well, let me ask this, let me reach out and see if they could do, because you don't know if their exit price is 100, you don't know if they got it at 30,000 or 40,000. They might have it at 90,000. If they're not telling you, you don't know, you might as well make an offer on it. I hope you guys enjoy this video. If you're a wholesaler, looking to get into wholesaling, I'm in the Michigan area. I also do virtual wholesaling, kind of staying local right now, but I've done virtual wholesaling before. Like the video, subscribe to the channel, comment below. I am going to start focusing more on wholesaling because more and more people are reaching out to me about wholesaling and asking about how this works. So if you are interested, reach out to me. I'll have a link in the description below. I'd like to answer any questions that you have. I don't have a course. Everyone keeps asking, and I think I'm going to build one out because a lot of people are asking, and I want to build like an affordable wholesaling course to help those new wholesalers out. But anyways, you guys, hope you like the video. Again, subscribe to the channel. Let me know if there's anything else that you want to see and then you want to know about. Ask me any questions that you want, and I'll talk to you soon. Thanks.